afternoon baseball now from the home of the Mets, Citi Field in New York. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Cincinnati Reds and the New York Mets. It's going to be a premier pitching matchup. Two of the league's hardest throwers go head-to-head next. Noah Syndergaard, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Their ball club is going to have to keep a close eye on this one. This guy's nearing 200 innings on the season, and that's a lot of innings. A guy that takes the ball every 5 days. I'm sure they're going to watch to see if there are any signs of him tiring early in this one.
In now is Adam Eaton, and there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Here comes the first pitch. Hard hit ball to short, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit, and it makes for a good start to the inning for Cincinnati.
Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
First pitch on its way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. These Mets fellas, as they take the field here today, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire, as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty B, we're looking at a team right now. They're just playing some average baseball through 4 games of this homestand. They split it 2-2, Dero, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans. They need to find a way to win this game and try and take 3 out of the first 5 of this homestand.
And a moment now to glance at the Reds lineup card in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
You always have to look out for a guy like Joey Votto. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
In now for the Reds, number 15. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. From the stretch. Called to strike on the outer half, 0-1.
Well, clearly this guy doesn't need many warm-up pitches because he's 98 miles an hour in the first inning. Newsflash to the offense, they better get it going.
Eaton leads off first with 1 away. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Syndergaard, or Thor as he's often known, he was selected in the first round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Pitch out, nothing doing. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
Dero, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
Three and 1.
We're seeing a good AB here from the 3-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this first inning.
The 3-1. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. 1 there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 1 hit's all they get. And now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. Matt Harvey is on the mound for the Reds in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Matt Harvey. Well, the book on Matt Harvey, it's pretty simple. If he's throwing strikes, he's an absolute nightmare for hitters. Good fastball, 93 to 96. Good curveball, and his changeup has gotten much better. If he brings his A game, you're going to have a tough time scoring off this guy.
Into the box now, Michael Conforto. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Try to check it, and it's 0-1. And guys, these Reds, as they enter play here this afternoon, even after the victory last time out, they come in trying to turn things around as they've been slumping of late, winning in just 3 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty V. And you know what, D-Row, this is when you really get tested. They call it the dog days of August for a reason. When you're struggling like this team is right now, the games get long, the schedule gets long, and you start looking forward towards the end of the season.
Yeah, but you got to find a way, Dan. You know as well as I do. You got to look in the mirror. You're playing for way more, especially the way this team is underachieved. You got to keep grinding. You got to find a way to put your foot on the gas and show up to the yard every day ready to go.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
I think he's shown you right there he was trying to put you away with the off-speed pitch. Have to be leery of that right there and take pull side away. That'll keep you on all stuff, fastballs and the off-speed.
The bouncer to the left side, reined in. And the throw on to first will take care of him, so he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup in a daytime home contest.
Yeah, Matty, the thing I'm focused on with this lineup is the fact that they love to run. They lead the league in stolen bases. They're not afraid to take that extra bag. It's going to put the defense on their heels. Be on the lookout for that today.
Next up for New York, Mike Trout having a very nice year, currently second in the NL batting chase. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. And that pitch catches the inside corner.
Hey, that's case in point right there. He thought that was going to hollow out his rib and ended up being a strike.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
You know, Matty, I'm not surprised by that pitch. Raise the eye level a little bit. Maybe we get something bouncing in the dirt right here.
The 1-2 misses for the second ball.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now. Starling Marte will be next. Now the 3-2 pitch. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Winker is there. And that's the second out of the inning.
Batting third, right fielder,
So striding in, Starling Marte, as we run you the numbers to see the splits between July and August. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a high fastball for a strike. And that one just missed outside. Swing and a miss at a ball well off the plate.
That's a well-placed fastball right there. just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
The 1-2. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. The 1-2 pitch. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
2-2 count. Here it comes. And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Ready now for Cincinnati. Joey Votto. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. The relay, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. At the plate, Jesse Winker, and he'll hit with a chance to push across the game's first run.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here, but at the very least, he needs to find a way to advance that runner to third. Small things like that in a tight game can make a big difference.
Here comes the first pitch. No balls and a strike to count. Well, fans of good pitching are in for a treat today. What can we expect from today's matchup, guys?
I know everyone loves the long ball, Matty, but this is why I pay the price of a ticket right here. 2 of the game's best, 2 of the hardest throwers competing at the top of their game. Dan, you have to love this stuff.
You know, D-Row, we thought coming into this one it was going to be a low-scoring affair. Both of these pitches look like they're locked in early, and runs are going to be really difficult to come by. They both look like they're on point so far.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Lazy fly ball out to center field. Trout has a read on it. 1 down.
Here's the defensive alignment for the New York Metropolitans. And I want to focus on first baseman Paul Goldschmidt. I'm going to steal a line from my partner here, Dan Plesac. Hashtag Goldschmidt happens. This former Gold Glover can play some serious defense as well as carry this offense.
At the plate, Scooter Gennett, and he'll be looking to snap out of it in this one. Not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Votto, the runner at second with 1 away. It's a swinging bunt up the line. Goldschmidt ranges to his left. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Stepping into the box, Tucker Barnhart. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
1 out away from stranding that runner on third. So the last thing you want to do is throw a wild pitch and let him score. Nice job there by the catcher to knock that one down.
2-0 now. No score at this point, but a 2-out hit could get a runner in from third. Chopped weakly to the left. To his left, Seager. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Reds leave one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. Comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Paul Goldschmidt.
First pitch on its way. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Hard on the ground towards short. Scooped up on the backhand. And quickly there's one down to lead off the frame.
Time for a look at the Cincinnati Reds on day. And how fortunate are we that we get to watch the Gold Glover play some center field today. He's on every highlight reel on the regular, making huge plays for his defense, saving runs, throwing guys out at the plate, diving in the gap with his hair on fire. This one should be fun.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager, and he comes into this one really slumping. The numbers there over the past several games, not very pretty. First delivery to him on the way. A little bouncer, but it's foul, strike one. Bottom of the second here with no score. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And quickly there are two away.
Batting fifth, second baseman, Jeff.
Next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here it comes. In there for strike one. Bases are empty here with two men out. Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side. Number 15 will put this one away, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. We'll move to the third with no score. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Matt Harvey. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Matt Harvey.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Soft liner towards first. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Hey, this is perfect storm right here. This is how big innings start. You put a crooked number up on the board when the pitcher leads off an inning with a huge knock.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Conforto has a beat on it. And that's the first out of the inning. So digging in now, Adam Eaton. He singled his last time up. From the stretch. A high fastball is in there. Eaton has a history in coming through in the clutch moments, of course. It's always a little bit of a debate whether or not being clutch is actually a trait that a player possesses. But with him, there's no denying it. We've seen him deliver in big moments repeatedly throughout his career. It just seems he elevates his game somehow when the pressure is on.
Yeah, Matty, he has definitely put that debate to rest. He has absolute ice water in his veins.
The 1-1 home. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Working for the punch out and the offering to short. And that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
That's just an excellent job by the batter right there. 3 pitches on the outer half of the zone. Didn't try and do too much. Kept the front hip in. Kept the front shoulder in. Played with the opposite side of the field. Quality AB.
Gene Segura standing in. High in the air down the right field line. Marte is under it. 2 down. In now, number 15. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's set and the pitch. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it.
Wow, really close pitch on 0-2. That just missed, and if he hits that spot right there again, he might get the call next time.
The 1-2 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
It looked like he tried to get him to chase on that pitch there, 1-2. A good idea, but I think now he has to challenge him a little bit. He doesn't want to get into a worse situation with the cleanup guy up next.
Here now the 2-2. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time. It's laid off and the count runs full.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Reds strand a couple. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home 3rd.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Line to the right side. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mets.
Batting 8th, catcher, Austin Hedges.
So coming to the plate, Austin Hedges, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. Set. Here it comes. In the dirt, and now let's see. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Wow, one pitch ago he had only given up a single, but that wild pitch, that single essentially turns into a double. Those kind of things can absolutely kill you.
2-0 now.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
And that's in there, 2-1.
He's gotten a favorable call or two at the plate in this at bat, so that take on 2-0 is probably a result of feeling like the umpires got a pretty tight zone. Didn't go his way that time, though.
And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. In at second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
And that's an ideal start to the inning right here. The leadoff man strokes a double, and the next guy comes up and swaps places with him, chasing his partner home. Could be a big inning.
In now, Noah Syndergaard. As he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. Getting on base, a big problem as you see the average there. Still without a home run and 3 driven in. The 1-0 is going to be a sacrifice attempt as he gets it down. And that's the first out.
Now batting.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Michael Conforto. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. Looking at his career totals, Conforto brings a batting average just a little over the .250 mark. Hedges leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. The 0-2 home. Pitch in the dirt, and that scoots right on by. And he's going to make it into third base now, as I believe that'll be scored as a wild pitch.
Well, he has nobody to blame but himself. With 1 out, a runner on third can come home to score all sorts of ways. That's why, as a pitcher, you have to execute pitches even better when there are runners on base.
The 1-2 misses, ball 2.
All right, no more hope, and he's going to chase. It's 2-2 now. You've got to come up with the best pitch right here, because this is definitely a strikeout situation.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hit back up the middle. Sliding stop by Jeanette. The throw to first. Touché, sir.
Wow, that was a great job to rob him of an RBI single. Showed some great athleticism, and it winds up being an RBI groundout instead.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in the ever-dangerous Mike Trout. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. Now the 1-0 is taken for ball 2.
Pitching isn't always about getting everyone out. Sometimes it's about being smart and knowing when to pick your battles. He's been really careful with this hitter so far, and rightfully so.
Three and 0 now. Two out, nobody on. Three and 1 to the Mets left fielder.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose. But I love the fact that he's keyholed in a certain area, and it wasn't what he was looking for.
Oh my, this ball is crushed. Where will this one end up? Into the second deck and gone. It's a solo home run here for Mike Trout. 38th home run of the season for him. And the Mets have taken a 3-0 lead.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Here's Starling Marte. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And boy, big problems here to start this at bat. It's 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. 3 runs already home here. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and no one left on base. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Mets lead it 3-0. So now the Reds cleanup hitter, Joey Votto, as we begin the top of the 4th. First delivery to him on the way. And that's off his leg on the mound. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. 1 away now. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg. And that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. At the plate, Jesse Winker. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
1 out, nobody on. In there, strike 2.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
The 0-2 home. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here comes the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
Rock solid performance up to this part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you do that, you really make the hitter swing at the pitch you want them to swing at.
The pitch. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle. Looks at a fastball inside, so he's in the driver's seat. 3-1.
One thing's clear, he's not afraid to pitch inside, right? One pitch ducks him away, then he comes right back with another one. So clearly this pitcher, he's not afraid to work that inner half of the plate.
The 3-1 pitch. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Count still full, 3-2. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Full count still. Oh, and this one is hit a ton out to center. Racing back the center fielder. A leap, but this is out of reach and off the wall. Around second now and headed for third. The relay throw. Well, he is in there with a triple.
Well, you can't fault the center fielder's efforts there. He tried to track it down, but I don't think he had much of a chance to get there. His teammates will eventually help him out, but by that time, he's safely at third.
Standing in now, Tucker Barnhart, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the 1-0. And the changeup is way low that time. Barnhart, playing here in his age 29 season. He was taken in the 10th round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
3-0 now. There's ball 4.
Now batting, the pitcher, Matt Harvey.
So here now is the pitcher, Matt Harvey, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A fastball down near the shoe tops. curveball that catches the inside corner.
Love that pitch right there, and he executed it perfectly. A big arcing curveball that starts at the batter's hip and then just bends onto the inside corner. A lot of hitters have a tendency to open up way too early, and they can't make good contact on that pitch.
1-2 the count to the Reds pitcher.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
Try to come in with a fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away, so now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Conforto has a beat on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Reds strand a couple. Still down 3-0. So here's the cleanup hitter, Paul Goldschmidt.
Leading up the 4th inning, third baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
First offering on its way. And a neck-high fastball that time. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Hard hit to first. Taken in by Votto, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Third baseman, number
Good time now to check out the Reds' Road to the Show report, as you see a couple of guys in the upper levels of the minors that have been making waves as of late. Into the box, Kyle Seager. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Seager, originally from the Tar Heel state of North Carolina. This is his 10th season at the major league level, so almost a decade, which is quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full pension.
Now the 2-1 pitch. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger. The 3-2 pitch. Hit down the line at first, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Another full count offering on its way. High fly ball out to deep right field. Eaton going back, and it's gone as they add still another. A solo home run here for Kyle Seager. Home run number 16 for him on the year, and the Mets have jumped out to a 4-0 lead.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Into the box, Jeff McNeil, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Now the pitch. Oh, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Really tied him up on that one.
Yeah, clearly didn't recognize where that was going to end up, Matt. If I were pitching, I might go right back in there.
There's a swing and a high, deep drive headed for the right field corner. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. Another 1-2 delivery. Fly ball right down the line in left. Winker is after it. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. First pitch on its way. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
This guy's one of the best bunters in the league, but with 2 outs, I'm not sure that's a really good play right now. He might be forced to go ahead and swing the bat and try to get an extra base hit here with 2 outs.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
Now a fastball. Look out as he has to duck out of harm's way there. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. Austin Hedges would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
And I'll tell you, this is the last guy in the lineup you want to put on base for free. He's probably feeling a little salty after getting drilled, and he's got speed to burn, so look for him to try and make something happen out there.
Stepping in now, Austin Hedges. Grounded up the first baseline. And he dives, but he can't make the play. It lands foul. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. The 0-1. And that one just missed outside. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Rosario leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Harvey over to first, and the runner back safely. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Two and two to the Mets catcher.
Hey, I don't care what league you're in, American, National, if you're playing on Mars. If you get a heater down the middle of the plate as an 8-hole hitter, you better be swinging the bat.
Here now the 2-2. Fouled off. Now a throw over to first, and the runner back. 2 out with the man at first. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. But the Mets are able to tack on one thanks to the solo homer. We played 4. It's now 4-0 New York. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Fly ball to straightaway left. Conforto has a play, 1 away.
The batter.
So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you see there, he finds himself in 6th place in the category in the National League. In now is Adam Eaton. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. And they'll start things out with a changeup here, but this is a bit too tight. It's ball 1. One and 1 to the Reds leadoff man. And it's fouled away.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
And that one stayed too low, apparently. Swing and a miss got him reaching. Hedges recovers, and the throw to first is there to record the second out.
The batter, number 2.
Ready once again, Jean Segura. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Pitch on the way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
All right, that's when you got to tell yourself to slow down a little bit right there. Out in front on a fastball, hit it hard, but pulled it foul.
Slider up that he gets a call on.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Segura behind on a 1-2 count. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Reds are down in order. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Tyler Mahle, a right-handed reliever standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen. So here's the Mets pitcher, Noah Syndergaard. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Noah Syndergaard.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Missed with a slider.
Boy, that's a great take there, right there on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
Mets pitcher behind at the plate with a ball and 2 strikes. And he takes very close to the inside corner here. 2-2 though. Fouled away. Another try at 2-2. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out. There's the look at the final line for the Reds starter. Not the day he was hoping for when he took the mound.
Michael Conforto.
Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in, Michael Conforto. He was a ground out victim last time up. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Starts him out with a changeup for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Conforto behind, a ball and 2 strikes.
1-2.
Bases are empty, 1 man out.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. And he fouls this one off.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
Full count now, 3-2. Trouble waiting next as you see Mike Trout in the on-deck circle. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Mike Trout, he's 1 for 2 in this one.
Going back to that last AB, that was the express. That was an upper 90s fastball that he turned around. So I think with this guy, you might want to try to incorporate some more off-speed pitches.
First pitch on its way. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swinging a drive to left by Trout. This one's got a chance. And gone up into the second deck. So a solo shot down the line in left, his second home run of the game, and the Mets have got it up to a 5-0 game now. Well, that was this lineup's 3rd homer of the game.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dan. Let's see if this trend continues.
Into the box now, Starling Marte. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Now the 1-0. High in the air and deep to left center field. Winker going back, and it's out of here. Back-to-back 2-out home runs. It's a solo shot for Starling Marte. Number 18 for him on the campaign. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Here's
Paul Goldschmidt now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Kyle Seager would be next if they can keep this inning alive. The 3-0 pitch. And no messing with Goldschmidt there as he'll take first on ball 4.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far.
Yeah, in his last at bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run. So it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
Here's the first pitch to him. Ball 1.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
Swung on but fouled off to the left. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Now the 2-1 is a fastball that misses.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
Three balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. A high fastball is in there.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Three-two pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Segura fields it cleanly. Throw on to Votto will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Mets lead this one 6-0. Now to the plate, number 15. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Third baseman, number 15.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a breaking ball stays outside. Well, this one had the makings of a great pitcher's duel, but has developed into something of a lopsided contest. What do you make of this one, fellas?
Yeah, Matty, we are expecting a pitcher's duel in this one. It's working for one guy. The other guy, not so much. Didn't have good feel for his breaking stuff or his off speed and had to come over the middle of the plate. I don't care how hard you throw, Dan. In this league, guys will catch up to it.
You know what, Dero, you hit it. It's been the story of 2 really good pitchers, 2 power pitchers. One guy making good pitches, the other not making good pitches, leaving some balls out over the plate, and hence he's walking. It looks like he's going to walk away taking a loss in this one.
And that slider's almost in the dirt. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Trout is right there, one down. In is Joey Votto now, 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. On the ground to the right side. Fielded by Goldschmidt, and he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted.
Now batting, left fielder, Jesse Winker.
Stepping up to the plate, Jesse Winker. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Now here it comes. Down the first baseline. Goldschmidt will take this to the bag himself, and with that, the inning comes to a close. 1-2-3 go the Reds. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Stepping up now, Jeff McNeil. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6. Here's the first pitch to him. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
Just getting blown away so far. No reason to throw anything else to speed up his bat. Just stay right there.
Hit out towards second. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Ahmed.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. One out, nobody on. And that one misses upstairs, 2-0. The 2-1 home. And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will wind up being a foul ball. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
In now, Austin Hedges. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The 1-0. Misses off the plate. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Winker is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. They lead it 6-0. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. Getting set for the 7th inning now with the Mets out on top. But first, let's check out the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. Digging in once again, Scooter Gennett. He made it to third on a triple in his previous appearance.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. down by a bundle. It's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike one.
Objective number one right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
And it's quickly 0-2. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
1-2, here it comes. Count still at 1-2.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And it's late in his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better chance of him making a mistake. But as a guy starts to tire, they're more likely to leave the ball up. But man, he's been good so far.
Swing and a little tapper. That's foul, so the battle will continue. The 2-2 one more time. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Crowd on the run. And that's the first out of the inning. Now at the plate, Tucker Barnhart. It was a walk in his last trip. First offering on its way. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Hot shot to third. And that's the second out.
The pitcher number 30.
Jose Peraza will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Ball one. Career numbers versus Syndergaard. He has a 3 for 12 line. He also has 1 home run. 2 out, nobody on. A ball and a strike. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Heading out towards shallow right. McNeil ranging into the outfield. And that retires the side. This one pretty well in the bag. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Mets out in front 6-0. Michael Lorenzen comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Noah Syndergaard. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Noah Syndergaard.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The 1-0 home is in there for strike 1. One ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Misses down below the knee. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. Michael Conforto will be next. And he misses with it. Ball 4. And a terrible start to the inning as he's walked the pitcher leading things off.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Michael Conforto. He went down on strikes last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Nope.
Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1. Syndergaard gets his lead at first, nobody out. Ripped down the first base line, but a foul ball. 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. 2-1.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
Nope. And it misses. 3-1 now. A runner at first with no outs here. Here's a strike. And he lays off there. Ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Left center fielder, number 27.
Mike Trout will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game as we flash you back here to his second home run. This was back in the 5th inning as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. Here comes the first pitch. Popped him up. Votto over to his left. He's got it 1 away.
The right fielder, number 6.
Here's Starling Marte. There was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. First and second now, 1 man out. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball that just misses inside.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer if he puts somebody else on. We'll see if he can find it.
Runners are at first and second with one away. And a 3-2 full count to Starling Marte.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2. And he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Payoff pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 is a sinker in the dirt.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
The 2-0 on the way is looked at for the first strike. Two balls and 2 strikes now. Breaking ball is swung on and bounced to short. There's Segura, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
He's feeling it out there on the mound, just getting the ball and throwing it with a lot of confidence right now.
1-2 the count to Billy Hamilton.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
Hard sinker misses. 2-2. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang-bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
In now is Adam Eaton. Fouled off. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. 1-2 now to Adam Eaton. Hard hit ball to short. Rosario's got it cleanly, and there's out number 2.
The batter, number 2, shortstop.
Gene Segura standing in. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one right down Main Street.
I know you're standing on the mound. You got 2 quick outs right here, but you have to respect the fact that this lineup can hit you and hit you in a hurry. Number 2 hole batter up at the plate. He has a chance to get on and get the big boys up.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So a solo shot down the line in left, number 10 for him on the year, and they're on the board at 6-1.
Well, it's obvious these guys were talking in the dugout trying to figure this guy out, and it finally happened. They've seen all his stuff. They know how he wants to attack, and they anticipated that pitch. Hard to surprise hitters this late into an outing.
Now here comes the Mets skipper on his way toward the mound, and we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll leave after a strong 7 2/3 here, as he'll hope the bullpen can get the final 4 outs to secure his victory. Jose Torres enters the ball game out of the pen, looking for the final out here in the top of inning number 8.
Jose Torres. Now batting, number 15.
Into the box, number 15, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Two balls and no strikes. Torres is exactly what you want out of a bullpen arm. It's a rare occasion that anyone squares him up. He doesn't give up a lot of hits, and when he does, they're almost always kept in the yard.
Matty V, there are 2 keys to being a good relief pitcher, and always remember these. 1, limit the base on balls. 2, keep the ball in the ballpark. You can't defend a walk, and you can't defend a round tripper, and he does both. Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one, but that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
3-0 pitch on its way. Right over the middle, knee high. And this is foul tip, so that runs the count full now at 3-2.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
Both teams with 6 hits so far. Takes this the other way to right, and that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at-bat right there, or probably his last at-bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never, and I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking, this very well could be my last AB of this game, so if I'm going to keep this streak alive, I'm going to have to do it right now.
In is Joey Votto now, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The 1-0 is a fastball in off the plate for a ball.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
And he'll step off and fire to the bag. Back in standing. A runner on first with 2 away. Two and one.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
And that's in there on the high outside corner. 2-2 now. And he lays off, so it's full now. 3-2. Line drive, base hit. And they won't even attempt to run on that arm in right. So despite the runner moving on the pitch, it will wind up first and second here.
Boy, D-Roll, when you're starting to swing it like this team is, doesn't matter. They bring in a new relief pitcher, right? And he gets greeted with back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do. In today's day and age of bullpen down your throat, you very rarely see back-to-back knocks when these guys are throwing smoke.
That's one of the keys, too. When you come in facing guys out of the bullpen, they're being taught to throw strikes early, and they're taking advantage of it.
And they show a little life here as the lead shrinks to 6-2 now.
He took that back right where it came from. Nice ribby knock right up the chute.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating as a pitcher. You know, you always hear that, hey, you want to make yourself one of the defenders, but that ball was hit just out of his reach, right up the middle, base hit, and another run batted in.
Striding in, Scooter Gennett, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. From the stretch. And a ball, 1-0.
This game is getting interesting real quick. And the last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one.
He struggled a bit coming out of the bullpen here, so he needed that strike. Maybe it settles him down a little bit.
Two balls and a strike to Gennett.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, tying run on deck. He should get something really good to hit right here in a 3-1 count. I'd be sitting on a fastball middle in.
Looking to minimize the damage here. And that pitch misses for ball 4. So some intrigue now as the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Digging in the switch hitter, Tucker Barnhart. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it. So he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 1-0. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. The 1-0. Runs a bit inside for a ball.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0 and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
Votto at third. Winker over at second. Jeanette at first. 2 out in the inning. Check swing and a pop-up now to the left side. Seager is there now as he makes the catch, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as the side is retired. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Mets lead it 6-2. Digging in now, Kyle Seager. And if you remember, I'm sure he does, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th.
Kyle Seager.
Here's the first pitch to him. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Now the 2-1. And a bouncing ball, foul. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. On a line, that's a base hit. So with that, the Mets have a runner aboard to get the inning underway.
Execute your pitch down the way below the knee, and a left-hander's able to shoot it through the 5.5 hole. That fires me up.
Standing in now, Jeff McNeil as he rips it on the ground to second. And that's out number 1.
Now batting, shortstop.
Digging in, Ahmed Rosario. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Runner at second here with 1 man out. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Two balls and a strike to Ahmed Rosario. Liner toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit.
Just an unbelievable piece of hitting right there. Staying on the inner half of that baseball right there. Staying to it and through it, not coming around it, and able to drive it the other way for a base hit.
Into the box now, Austin Hedges. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Next pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind 0-2 now.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you could tell these things and exploit them.
Merrifield will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 15, Rich Merrifield.
And it's fouled away. With runners in scoring position this season, Merrifield hits a little over the 270 mark. Seager on second, Rosario on at first with 2 down. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Keenan Middleton comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Keenan Middleton.
Edwin Rios is going to pinch hit here to lead off the ninth, and with his club already well down, he'll just need to try and get on base here. Off we go in the ninth as the first pitch misses for ball 1. The 1-0. Sinks below the knees, taken for a ball. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. The 2-0 is a sinker that dips below the zone for a ball.
Well, knowing the threat this guy poses if he gets on base, I think the next pitch should be a challenge pitch. You don't want to give guys that can run a free chance to cause havoc out there, especially the leadoff guy.
3-1. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4.
Oh, man, that check swing was about as close as they get. Tough call for the umpire, but it goes the batter's way this time, and he draws the walk.
Stepping in now, Billy Hamilton, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Back-to-back sliders in on the hands. He didn't handle it real well at all on the previous pitch, so why not come right back with it again? Better job of laying off that one, though.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
In now, Adam Eaton. Pulled toward right center field. Trout giving chase. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Digging in and looking for more, Gene Segura. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. He's set, and the pitch. Change up, a little bit inside, 1-0. a called strike to even the count at 1.
1-1.
And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. And he'll put this one away for the final out. And the Mets have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
6-2, the final total today. The New York Mets led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Noah Syndergaard wins for the 17th time, the top total on the staff. Matt Harvey was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.